everything was knocked out. And there was like a river of blood. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm Tommy. I've been a drama teacher for 15 years.
Hi, my name is Jonah. I've been a drama teacher for 4 years.
Hi, my name's Mary, and I've been a drama teacher for 13 years now.
My name is Eric. I've been a drama teacher for just over 9.5 years, and these are my horror stories.
I've been teaching drama for 15 years. That started in the summer of 2004 when I went from being an archery counselor at my childhood summer camp in Vermont to being a drama counselor, and I did improv games and whatnot. We had this new musical it was called Put Me in Coach, and it was about a baseball team. There was a big ensemble of about 16 boys all playing these baseball players with two big numbers with complicated choreography in pairs and whatnot. And it's opening day of the show. All of the parents have just come to town for the weekend, and it's Friday night, and I get down to the main house for dinner, and this counselor comes to me and says, hey, Johnny, that's not the kid's name, but whatever, anonymity. Johnny says he wants to go to the girls' camp to watch his sister do the play. Johnny's in the baseball ensemble. So I'm like, and you told him that he can't do this because we've been rehearsing for weeks and we need him in the show, right? He's like, yeah, but he says he wants to go see his sister and it seems like what he plans to do, so talk to him. So I talked to Johnny and I explained the reasons why this doesn't work. I mean, he has a partner for the choreography and we're getting ready for the show. And then about 10 minutes before the show, I sort of realized I haven't seen him in about 20 minutes. And then someone walks into the main house and comes to me and says, I just got a call from the girls' camp. Apparently there's a boy in a baseball outfit at the girls' camp. Yeah. That would be Johnny and, okay, too late to get him back here. Hey, Jamie, Will, and Philip, gather. Okay, so Jamie and Philip, you know how you're normally a pair, and Will, you're normally with Johnny? Well, you're gonna be a triad for today and do the choreography. We'll adjust it in this way and just go. Okay, let's go, 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 go. That was definitely my most stressful moment, I'd say, directing the show at camp.
So I work at a summer camp where I'm in charge of all the drama that happens. Something that's really special and unique about the summer camp that I work at is that it's a Jewish summer camp. So all of the musicals that we do are in Hebrew. This was my first time working at this job. So I was working on The Little Mermaid 2 days before our show. My camper who was playing the lead, her counselors came up to me and went, Sally had a family emergency and she's gonna need to leave camp early. What do you mean she needs to leave camp? Like, I was like, she's playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid. I don't know if you've ever seen The Little Mermaid, but she's kind of a little bit really important. So what I ended up doing is I pulled one of the girls aside who was fluent in Hebrew. And I was like, listen, I know this is a lot of me to ask of you, and if you don't think you can do it, that's totally fine. But do you think you can step in? She was like, yeah. I got it, and she did it, and she was great, and the show went really well.
So I think I was like 15 and I started teaching drama at a local church. This was like my first day on the job. I've never done this before. We were out, it was break, and I heard screaming coming from like the jungle gym area where they had swings and stuff. And I was like, where's that screaming coming from? This little girl comes over to me, she's like, miss, like, Jeremy fell off a swing, and I was like, okay. And this child had knocked out their whole front teeth, like everything was knocked out. And there was like a river of blood. And I was like, oh my gosh. I stopped like the bleeding with my shirt. So I like pressed my shirt onto their teeth. I had to drag him while still like keeping my top on his teeth. And then finally got him into like the headmistress office. But I literally had blood all over my top, all over myself. And it was so frightening. But you know, everyone was like, you did so well. But at the time I was so young, I'd never seen that much blood in my life. And he was fine, but that was just very scary.
I teach a lot of improv and like drama workshops at a lot of like detention centers, camps for incarcerated kiddos. A lot of them are great kiddos and they've just wound up in the wrong situation and they're there. I was doing this workshop one time and it was crazy because in this center, we were literally in a 12 by 12 foot space. It was the only space we could use. They didn't have a theater. We couldn't really do it outside because you can't really have the kids outside. So all we had was this library that like, we fit 10 people just sardined in there and we would just like be super close and play like improv games with each other. There's a giant window and then just walls. And we're doing this workshop and outside the giant window, I look over and a kiddo scales like a 20-foot wall, escapes from the detention center. Everyone sees it, they start freaking out. Everyone's like running away, everyone's just causing chaos, and we're stuck in this tiny room with like 10 kids being like, let's do improv, that'd be fun. But they couldn't focus because the only thing they could see in this room was the outside, where you just see like police and probation officers and helicopters and people going crazy because someone just escaped from a prison. And it was really tough trying to get them focused again. I don't know if they ever found the kid. I hope they did. I hope that person's safe. But I also know that was just like the end of the workshop.
Being a drama teacher is wild. It's a lot of thinking on your feet and responding to curveballs and finding ways to energize kids into doing things that are maybe uncomfortable at first, or vulnerable, or scary, or intimidating, or challenging.
You are changing people's lives. You have the ability to inspire.
Every person deserves to feel that confidence. They deserve to feel that self-esteem. They deserve to feel that they can do something super worthwhile and amazing, give it to the world, and they'll receive love and acceptance and fun for it.
I also think it's the most rewarding job ever, because to see how proud kids get of what they perform and what they produce, there's no better feeling than that.